No, no. Oh man, I had a crazy dream. Oh God!
Hey there, Hatter Boy. Looks like you woke up to a nightmare. But don't worry, nightmares can't hurt you. Or can they?
What are you talking about?
By the way, I like your bed sheets, but I think they look better in red.
Oh my God. That was crazy, man. It was a crazy dream. It was like, I felt like if I die in that dream, I'm gonna die in real life. That was wild. I fell asleep while I was doing this review. All right, let me get on that. Hello, welcome to another Mad Hatter review. That was crazy, okay? That nightmarish turtles in my dreams now, okay? Why does he sound different every time? Before, it was sort of Jigsaw-ish. Now it's like a different voice. What's happening, okay? Why are these turtles, these Christmas turtles, so scary, okay? It should be nice and Christmassy. Anyway, Juggernaut. We're talking about this Juggernaut, okay? This is a Mondo vinyl. Now, this, contrary to popular belief, does not go, well, it's not supposed to go with the X-Men line. I'm talking about the Mondo 1/6 scale X-Men line, okay? Those are figures, okay? Those are not vinyls. This is sort of like an offshoot where they made this very stylized Juggernaut in the style, it's almost like, let's face it, like a Marvel vs. Capcom style. That's what appealed to me, at least, about it. So I was very curious to get this because I'm also curious to see not just how he goes with the vinyl boys over there, but how he goes with action figures. Because Juggernaut is supposed to be a big, beefy motherfucker. Could he scale with like 1/12 scale figures, you know what I mean? Because again, it's like they have 1/12 scale Juggernauts that are big, but like I'm talking about like Marvel vs. Capcom big. I'm talking about like that Juggernaut, which is, that style is like my favorite style. So when they made this, when I first saw it, I was like, oh man, that's interesting. So this is the regular Juggernaut. They have, I think it's sold out now, but they have a variant Juggernaut that's all black, and then they have like a Colossus style Juggernaut, which looks cool, but you know, these take up a lot of space. So I think I'm good with this, although I don't know if I'm good with it until I open it. So we're gonna get to that. Side of the box, big hand in your face. This Juggernaut right here and this right here. This will probably be a pretty simple review. I mean, not a lot of posability with these things. He is what he is. It's a big, chunky vinyl piece. Remember, this is not an action figure. This is a vinyl, technically. So let's open up this Juggernaut vinyl, okay? And yeah, I'll see you there. All right, welcome back. This is awesome. This is a hot vinyl, okay? You might be asking, what's a hot vinyl? This, all right? Is that clear enough? So, you know, I did that Krang video. That was a vinyl. I thought I would like it more than I did when I got it. And I realized, I think what the issue is, but we'll get to that in a second. You know, vinyls are all about kind of like impact. They're all about presence because it's like a statue. Because when you get it, there's only so much you can do. Now, this guy does have some posability, okay? He can get his arms up, big, beefy arms up like that. He can turn it this way if you want, just kind of do this thing. Is there any mobility on the head? I don't think so. I think there might be some stuff on the feet, yeah, and the legs. So a swivel here and here, okay? But I think that's it, okay? Yeah, I don't see anything else. I mean, just look at him do this, okay? He's a wild boy. He's a wild boy, this Juggernaut. Let me bring this guy in just so I can kind of give you like a comparison right here. So you have this one. You have this Krang. Now this Krang is bigger, and then you get this Juggernaut. I think my issue is the sculpt is very, very important. It's obviously essential when it comes to vinyls, but paint is a big deal. I think why I had less impact for this guy is this paint is just very simple and just way too, it's just simple cartoony, you know what I mean? It's just like, there's not, like, I feel like I could do this paint. Do you know what I mean? Like, I can't, but that's what I'm trying to say. This Juggernaut right here, though, okay, he just has a lot going on in just the paint. Let me turn the camera around. I'll just show you. Check this out. Look what I'm talking about. So right away, see like the teeth and the eyes, and like you can see there's just like a lot of differentiation in the paint. So like brown, dark browns, The flesh kind of has, I mean, not kind of, it's very pronounced, like the musculature in there. This kind of patina is really nice. And look at the hands, look at the veins on there, and the veins have the nice paint. This is painted just very, very nicely. And you just got the red that's in there with the dark and the shading. They did a great job. Oh God, what's that? I gotta, we gotta talk about this. But for the most part, okay, very, very, very nice paint. And yeah, just look at that. Look at his back, okay? And I love the texturing on there. So that's what I'm saying. It's just like, it's like, you can only do so many things with like a vinyl. You have to obviously love the sculpt. That's actually why I got that crank, because the sculpt was so cool. But the paint has to also be on point, because you're not gonna get like articulation points. It's just not gonna happen. So this looks great. I mean, I just love how stylized this is. This is kind of like my thing. You know, some of you might be looking at this and being like, this is way too stylized, but this is kind of like my jam. I don't know. If you're like a fan of that Capcom style, you know what I'm talking about. Speaking of though, what I wanted to do is I had some 1/12 scale figures. I just wanted to take a look at him with some of those figures just to see if like the scale can work. Like Juggernaut is a gigantic character anyway. He's presented in different forms of like size. Okay, like is any comic book character. It's like Venom. You know, sometimes Venom is like just a head taller than Spider-Man. Sometimes he's like the Incredible Hulk. It's kind of the same with this dude. I wanted to put some 1/12 scale figures next to him and just sort of see if that flies. I got some right here, so why don't I go ahead and do that? All right, check this out. I mean, I think you could do something like this. I wish I had a Hulk. Maybe once I get a Hulk, like I can compare him like a Marvel Legend Hulk. But like, here's a Storm Collectible Zangief and Ryu and Spider-Man. It looks real good with Spider-Man. This guy in the 90s, I remember messed around a lot with Spider-Man. Kingpin is not in Marvel vs. Capcom, but why not? Let's put him in there. But I don't know. This is kind of cool. Just imagine like you have a bunch of guys and he's just like in the background, just being a big chunky chunkster. That's that's kind of, I don't know. I think that's kind of cool. This Spider-Man also, this is just so you know, like a Mafex Spider-Man. So he's a little smaller than the rest. Let me do this. Right, there you go. Big old Juggernaut, Spider-Man on him, just casually going, just hey, what's up? And yeah, this is a really cool piece. I'm very happy with this piece. I compared him to the Krang just because it's a vinyl to vinyl, same price, same scale, but I don't know, this one just looks, it's the paint. The paint just looks so good. Obviously, well, the sculpt too, everything just has to kind of come together. It's not going to be everybody's cup of tea. I already know that. Okay. But if it is your cup of tea, then, I don't know, have some tea, I guess. I don't know. I don't know what that means, but I do love this. I think it's great. I think I'm good with this. I don't know if I need any variants, but, I'm very impressed. I love stuff like this. I love artistic swings that just kind of go for it. And this one definitely goes for it. This is the kind of thing like they're not going to make something like this again. You know what I mean? This is just, it is what it is. So Juggernaut, Mondo Juggernaut, can you still get it? I don't know. If you can, it's on Mondo's site. And yeah, that's it. That's all I got to say about that. Oh my God. That was another nightmare. Hey, honey, are you awake? I just had this nightmare. That I was doing toy reviews. If that's not like a bottom of the barrel YouTuber thing to do, I mean, I don't know what is, but I'm glad that's not the case. Honey, are you awake? Honey? Oh, thank God. I thought I was still having a nightmare. Okay. It's good to see you. Good night.